Welcome back to another episode on the Hypermine Infinity Evolved server. And today I've been mostly messing around in this room, sorting this out. I had a little bit of a mining accident, as you can see by my hat. I made a second quarry, and I started running a second quarry. And the whole system got backed up with quarry materials, and all of the wood got backed up. It couldn't get put through the system faster than the quarried materials, and so my charcoal supply ran out, and everything died. Everything died. So I spent a little while resorting it, and I've come up with a new setup in here. A nice, neat setup. Pretty much does the same job as the little tiny setup I had before, but now I've spread it out nicely, so it looks a bit cooler. We've got an ME controller, which gives us 32 channels, which runs all the way around the outside there, and 8 along this last little bit. Just so that it's all self-contained in an area. We've got a Tesseract, which is currently on the frequency of charcoal, frequency number 3, which is accepting power and items from all of the charcoal farms. So I'm just underneath the charcoal farm here. Well, underneath the tree farm here. And the harvesters, just there, beam energy, or they beam the produce that they make back into the Tesseract, and they get their energy from charcoal channel. And there's another one over there, charcoal channel. It's a very big farm. And it does lots and lots of work all the time. But I managed to get a backlog. So literally logs backed up in the system, a backlog. But now I've got this set up so that redstone furnaces do the charcoal straight into a barrel. The barrel has got a storage bus, so it's storing the charcoal. And I've got an export bus just here, which is exporting charcoal into the charcoal chest. A little bit more direct, and now the AE system is controlling it instead of it all being compact and packed up into a certain area, trying to keep it all set. And starting to get a backlog again, but these barrels are void barrels, so anything more than 320 stacks of oak, 320 stacks of rubber wood will be voided off, so I can keep it running constantly. This little thing here just shows that I've got a backlog of 10k wood that I had in my system that was over the top, backlogged, and that is slowly being voided out into the barrel because I've got an export bus on the back here telling it to export wood into that barrel. So that will slowly void off that extra 10k. 10k though, man, 10k, that's a lot. Then we've got exporting the sapling types, the 2 sapling types, and I've got some translocators with regulators on to keep a stack of saplings in this chest of each type. We've got that charcoal thing. We've got apples and rubber also being voided off, so any excess stock gets voided. But 64 stacks and 128 stacks should be more than enough. And again, I've got translocators regulating the amount going into the chest here. Then we've got a little setup with a vanilla furnace. I only put a vanilla furnace in because I didn't want to power it. So we've got charcoal going in the back. We've got the rubber going in the top. And we've got an import bus pulling out the produce from the furnace back into the AE system. And then on this one, we've got the produce, which is rubber bars, going into the next furnace, being fed by charcoal from the back and inputting over to here. So I'm getting rubber bars and plastic, raw plastic, in abundance. And again, I've got some translocators regulated so that we get a nice supply of a stack of each of the items that are not wood into this chest here. And we've got a full chest that is charcoal all the time, which is awesome. And I seem to be out slightly on the stock that I need to make one more slab that I've realised I'm short just there. So I'm just going to quickly repair that and act like it never happened before we get on with what I want to do today in today's episode. Today I wanted to do a bit of rewiring, so it's kind of fitting that this is the first piece of rewiring, because this rewiring means that I've got a good supply of stock and a good supply of charcoal, and it should keep up with demands. It's currently keeping up with demands and backlogging. All of the farms are running off charcoal, or all of the planters and that kind of stuff are running off charcoal in survivalist generators, so it's good that they get kept full all the time with the charcoal, and they also receive a certain amount of seeds from here. They constantly receive oak in that case. So the oak keeps coming out of there, but again, the regulation keeps the chest full of a stack at all times. So they keep full, and everything's looking beautiful. There are going to be more farms in this area planned. I'm planning on having more farms up and above here, up in this area. I'm going to have to do lots more work blocking things off and stuff, but still, we'll make it look nice. And then, so down here, we've got a little bit of wall cleaning to do, nothing special, but the tree farm is running nice and smoothly. So I'll have some more vegetation-based farms up above a bit later on, bringing all their produce down as well. So, what was all that for? Well, I was out of steam. My steam boilers, which you may have seen earlier on in the series, run off charcoal and produce tons and tons of steam. 3 full-size boilers running at full steam, 1,000 degrees, produces enough steam to keep these tanks full. These tanks go through this fluid duct into here, and 2 of those pipes is enough to keep this full. And this big reactor is doing the biggest amount of power I think I can make it do, really. I don't think there's a way of making it run faster or better. It performs at this rate exactly, and it's doing a good job of providing all of that power. And then I've got 3 Tesseracts transporting the power around. So I've got frequency 1.1, frequency 1.2, frequency 1.3. I no longer have these turbine powers anymore. But I've got quarries, mob farms. Quarries is 1, mob farms is 2, and charcoal is now 3. So we've got that sorted. Everything's going on in here, and I'm slowly but surely building the second big reactor. I will eventually have maybe a 3rd and 4th big reactor as well. I'm going to do some more big reactors in the middle. And I've been making some more steam boilers as well. So I've got a 4th steam boiler currently heating up. Exactly the same setup as those over there, but just a 4th to make sure that this is all done. And I'm slowly but surely making the floor as well, so we can make this place look cool at the same time. But power-wise, there's not much more I can do today other than just throw a few more blocks around and make a few more steel tanks. So let's head back over to Silicon Valley. The main reason that I was running the 2 quarries was to get a lot of marble. I need marble, man. I need marble. Oh, also in here, I've updated the walls to get rid of the purple cobblestone that we had. Updated the walls to this. I still need to mess around with these doors properly as well, but still, we're getting there. And look at all the mobs coming for me. Ah ha ha ha! You're falling into my trap. Bah ha ha ha! I got some mob grinder there, just killing them off as they come down here. The idea was that I was going to wall all the way down there, so if they spawned, they would get pulled up here. But they don't seem to be spawning actually on the conveyor belts. They seem to be spawning further away, so doesn't seem to be working the same way as I expected. So I might mess around with that some more, or just relight it, I guess. Relight it. What else is going on over here? I've got... this was producing steel plates ready for the boilers, and I had that going for a while. But that seems to have finished now, so I'll turn off the Tesseract so no more power gets wasted. I would just put all my steel in there, and it just produces and then gets put back into the Tesseract, which comes back to the system. So I should have a lot of steel again now as well. Should have a lot of steel plates. Steel. 1,737. Yeah, quite a lot. Which is good. Good. Alright, so back over at Silicon Valley, we've had this partially built for a very long time. We've had a partial build on this place for a very long time. It's actually meant to go all the way up there, look. And I keep running out of marble, and then I haven't done any work, and then I've got to do the layer by layer to get this all hooked up and working properly. I'm doing P2P tunnels now, though, so I want to change the setup that I've got before I get going too far. Before I get too ahead of myself, I want to get the P2P tunnels working. So that's what we're going to work on today, if I can go over to the right side of the section. I need to put a signpost up just so I remember which way's round. because I've got these beautiful signs from Bibliocraft, and I need to put some up there because when I appear in that middle bit there, it looks the same both ways, and I don't know which way is which. Also, this has been set up in here for a while, and I like my design. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. I do a lot of this kind of build style, so I like having it all neat and tidy and looking like it's machines in a section. Also, I'm running out of space again. Have I got any more K drives? I've got a 16K drive there. Let's pop that in as a spare, because the last thing I need is that to overflow again. Sometimes these things just overflow with stuff. I got a ton of skystone and loads of nether quartz and loads of Certis quartz now. 137k of Certis quartz, in fact. So all of those extra materials that I've been getting have been filling all the drives that I had in here. And when I fill the drives, it starts filling the only other opportune spaces, which are the interfaces. It starts filling interfaces. And if you fill the interface, then of course nothing can go into the interface because it's full. So nothing can get produced and everything gets stuck in production, and then it tries to produce more stuff because it's not produced it, or it doesn't know that it's produced it, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, I've got to be careful here. But at the minute, this is all kind of, the items come in here for keeping track of this section. Everything comes into here and keeps me stocked up, ready for use. But it's a standalone setup. It's a completely standalone setup. And I think today, while I'm setting all of the AE cables in and the point-to-points tunnels and stuff, I should probably set it all up so that every room and every floor and everything is all connected to the main system. So I can access the crafting side of Applied Energistics all from any terminal in the place, and I can access all the goodies from any terminal in the place. It's still good to have this little ender pouch. I've got this little ender pouch which keeps kind of the basic supplies in that I'm going to use. Keeps the basic supplies in there so that I've got all of these things all the time, so that when I'm out and about on a job, I can quickly grab something and it recreates and reproduces all of the items for me as I'm going. But it would be nice just to have it on a terminal so I can craft up specialist things when I need them around the place. Especially like crafting storage and crafting monitors and things like that. For when I'm doing things like I was doing last episode with the Ender IO and getting that set up. Just having things like that so that it's all available to me through terminals everywhere. On every floor there's a terminal so I can access all the things, and I could potentially set up storage devices and stuff all around the place as well. Auto crafting and the like. So that is a plan. All of this stuff that's in here, it needs to have more channels, really. It needs to have more channels. So we've got to do a lot of messing around with that kind of build today. So this can be achieved, the P2P tunneling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up slightly more of the area so that we can start adding in the P2P tunnels and all that kind of stuff on each floor, and start figuring out where I want to position it all, because I probably need to take this out just while I'm building all of the pipes and cables in the right places so I can get through quickly and access it all. So like down to here. Down here is probably good, yeah. So I can see then that the channels are sorted and the like. So we're going to have one of these dense cables coming in from either side and then going up either side of the building on both sides of the building. So I've got to get that started first, which means grabbing all of this dense cable and all of that dense cable and all of that dense cable, and then having it start creating more dense cable for me. So now it's stuck on 6 and I've got 60. I can start building this up. So we're going to go straight across the same way as we did last time. I think it was just under the glass. I think it was just under the glass. Yes, it is. Okay. Just under the glass on this side. So we'll match that up on all the sides now. So we'll go through this way and through there. And I'll open that up a little bit more as well so I can see what I'm doing better. And then we go through there. There we go. I think that's the same on both sides then. I can cover it over with some covers. Oh no, it was next to it. Oh man. Do I want it under it, or do I want it next to it? It might look cool actually going underneath it like that, because then I've got it on the glass anyway. Happy mistake. Happy mistakes get made. Mistakes were made. Shots were fired and all that. But that might be a happy mistake to have that as the glass underneath there. Let's have a quick look down. Let's just go down one and see what this looks like from there. So that might look pretty cool, shining out like that, instead of being one further out like on that side. Because it will have a little glow to it as you're walking down the corridors. Yeah, I think I like that, so I'm going to change all that around as well. And then we can take it into the wall and go up through the sides there. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to mix things up and mess things about a bit. Okay, so that should be equal to that, which is good. Okay, that's the same. Jolly good. Alright, so one more thing I've been thinking about while I've been doing this, getting all these access points and all that kind of stuff sorted out, was just working through interfaces and terminals. Crafting terminal, interface terminal, ME terminal. There is a crafting terminal. I actually want to do the fluids as well, but we'll get into that later. So I might save that side for the fluid terminal. But while I'm at it, I'm thinking of going wireless, because I keep going back to these terminals over and over again. And it would be nice if I could use these wireless access points and wireless terminals to be able to do things a little bit quicker and easier around the place. So I'm going to test this out. Now, the last time I did this, it was a while ago, and it was fairly easy. I say fairly easy. It just kind of worked. That's not going to work. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to go down one block and then bring it up. There we go. Access terminal there. So that should be hidden behind the walls. Yes. There we go. And then I need a card by the looks of it. I can't put that in there. So how do I access this then? Shift right click. Device not linked. Link usage. Shift linked. Okay, that's a booster. So the actual link needs to be to the main terminal then. So this is the main controller. Device not linked. I can't remember how to link them. Maybe I have to put it in through here. Oh no, security gate or something, isn't it? There's a security thing. Oh yeah, they updated it and they changed it. It used to be you just had to link it to your controller. But since an update or so ago, maybe it was this second update, you have to do a little bit more than that. So yeah, there is a security terminal option, like one of these cell things, but you can get a security terminal to secure your systems. And I don't know if I made one. I don't think I did, actually. Security terminal. Where is it? There it is. Security terminal is one of those. Okay, so for one of those, I need one of those. Okay, I need a 16K storage and a chest. 16K storage and a chest. Okay, well, slight change of plans, but here we go. Let's start that off. And a chest. Oh, I don't want quantum rings, thank you. I don't want quantum rings. I want that 16K. Yep, that's in there, that's good. And a chest. Make a chest. Thank you. Go for it. Do it. There we go, chest. Okay, so now the security terminal should be doable. Yes. Alright. Yes. Make it so. Okay. Give me all of the things that I need to make a security terminal, and give me it on a terminal now. Oh, silly thing. When it's stuck, man. When it's stuck. I need that memory card as well while I'm in there. I need those P2Ps while I'm in there. Maybe that's a good idea to do that first. Yes. Here's a reason why to do that first. Okay, so up above here, Right, the reason that this system is separate, the AE system, crafting system, is separate to the rest, is all because I've got a terminal over here. That's one thing. I've got a terminal over here. And also, I haven't done my P2P tunnels yet. So, P2P tunneling. Let's start with setting that up, I think. So, let's get this out. That's broken the AE system completely. There we go. Let's break the AE system completely. Let's take all that out. Okay. And I'm going to break these and put them all back straight afterwards. Just so I can get in here. Hey, and take this energy cable out because I don't need that there anymore because I'm not powering the AE system anymore. Okay, so I've got two ways of accessing into this area. And at the moment, this is coming off the main AE system cable. And it's just an export bus exporting AE materials into this AE system. Well, we don't need that anymore because we're not going to be using it like that anymore. So there it goes. Bye-bye. And then I've got that one cable coming out. That's right. And I want a P2P tunnel on the end of that cable if I can get to it. This is the trouble with having it all done later on in the series because I've already done a load of stuff. And then I want to put this P2P tunnel on here. So this is going to be first floor. I think it's first floor. Yeah, that's the first floor because it's all the first floor stuff. Okay, so first floor means that... Go up. Thank you. First floor would be on here. I'm there at the minute. Yeah, on here. Let's get rid of this. And this. And let's put this on the first floor. Do I want it... Yeah, I can walk between those two if I do that, yeah. Okay, so first floor on this side is going to be my P2P tunnel here. And in order to connect this to the system, I need a cable going to it. So I'm going to do that to connect it. So there it is, connected to the system. It should change colour any second now. There it is, okay. And then I take the memory card and shift-click the memory card to save the settings of that particular system. And I've done it here a few times. I've done it here for that one over that side. I'm just going to do it here. So now this is taking 32 channels out of that side of the controller. The same as this is doing so, right? But I'm going to take one channel of this and turn it into this AE system setup. So now we should be going here and right click on there. That'll load the settings onto that. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Now, wait. Now I want to take this off here and this off here. Give me that. Thank you. And set this across here. I've got to recalculate some of these things like that now. Should have the power, or should basically be an extension. There we go, it's like an extension lead. It's giving me an 8 channels extension lead. The problem I've got over here, though, is I need to get into all of these little nooks and crannies and knock all these bits out that I don't actually need anymore and figure out where we're going with stuff now, because this used to be connected here, and now I kind of want it connected there instead. So, can I knock that out there and bring it across this way? Yes, I can. I don't think I need... I do need that power, because that power goes that way. So, yeah, I could do it this way around. Let me go with this instead. So, we'll bring this across here, around here, and to there. And that should connect all of that half of the room up the way it was before. And then take all of this off, because I don't need this anymore. And get all this back to me. Thank you. And what does that go to? That goes down there for some reason. I need to restrict this back now so that it's not all going that way, that it's going down to here instead. So we can go here, 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 here. Well, we can bring it out past here now. And then the next P2P tunnel can connect there. That'll do. Which means I no longer need all of that down the center there, which I'll get as far as I can reach and let it come to me. But I'll tidy that up a bit later on. All I want to do is just make sure that this section is at least working. So I've got 16 channels going through there now. And this side over here, we've got 25 channels. So through this one cable, I'm bringing the point-to-point extension. So from that point to point in there to this point to point in here, this one channel is bringing all of the information. So for this particular floor, the first floor, that P2P tunnel brings 32 channels across. And I'm going to have it done on both sides. So I'm going to have another P2P on this side as well, so I can have this side accessible and this side accessible from the same point-to-point system. Okay, so now, what do I have accessible here? Let's see what the crafted items are. I should now, yeah, I've got now a load of applied energistics craftable items, crafting recipes and stuff for the industrial craft and all of the different A stuff that I've got so far. Cool. Alright, so next up then, P2P tunnel. I need to make another P2P tunnel, which is ME, and there we go. 2 of those, very good. Alright, and I'm going to put one up here against this section here, and I need another cable here. Thank you. So I'm going to put this on here, like this, and that goes there. And then this can go and connect to it, ready. It's not going to work yet because that's not P2P to anything yet. But this is ground floor on this side. So ground floor on this side will be here. Same difference, I guess. And then, where is all of my cables are gone? They're in here. Get so much stuff in my inventory, which would be nice to have this wireless controller set up. There, that, there. Okay. And then we will shift click on that P2P tunnel. Let me just make sure, because it was connected. There we go. And then go down and connect it to this side over here. And connect it to that P2P port. There we go. Light up. And light up. Yes. There we go. So now that should start reading all the channels that we've got over this side. Yeah, we go. Look, 28 channels on this side already. There was already 28 channels working off here. Okay. Well, I know I've got stuff on the next floor up, which I probably want to connect up to its own P2P. I think I've got some stuff going up. Yeah, I've got some. I've got a couple of cables going up at the back there that go up into the following floor. So they're not only doing this floor, but they're doing the floor above as well. So I've got to change that up as well to get that fixed. But first off, though, I want to get this wireless access point sorted out. So I need this controller. Now I've got access here. I should have access to a lot of materials. So security point. There we go. We've made a security point now. That's good. And I should be able to place this anywhere. But I'll place it near the center. Because, well, that's kind of the central area. So we'll place it on this central unit. Maybe actually in the center. I wonder if that actually works. Does that actually work? Yeah, it does. Awesome. And then I can place the wireless remote into there, and that will be now linked to that. That's cool. That's cool. And now to charge it. What am I going to charge it in exactly? What am I going to charge it in? Well, I've got Tesseracts and stuff, but I haven't got anything to actually charge it in. There'll be yeah, charging it. Oh, well, that's nice. This works. The MFE just charges it up nicely. Awesome. Okay, so all I want to do next then, after I've done this, is to put some wireless terminals around and about the place. So I can access with this wireless terminal, out of range over here, but over on this side, where it's closest, I am in range to get everything. I can't craft this way. I can't do the crafting this way, but I can access everything in the ME system, which makes it a lot easier than going to the bag all the time. And hopefully, now I should be able to see the crafting recipes as well. Store the crafting recipes of all the things we've done so far. Yeah, so I've got quite a few bits and pieces here, crafting logic processors and the like. Yep, so a little bit more tweaking and crawling around into the floor spaces to get myself sorted out with this final build to try and get it all working properly so I can access things from all over the world, from everywhere, and have all my auto crafting here in Silicon Valley. and all of my raw material gathering and processing over at Mining HQ. And in theory, it should all be done within, well, let's say tomorrow. Okay, it should be done by tomorrow. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Hypermine Infinity Evolved.